I'm Paul, the owner of Oxford Yoga Studio in downtown Oxford, 18 North Washington. And assisting me this morning is one of my teachers, Cindy. She teaches Pilates, Zumba, and core Barr at my studio. So welcome again to another weekly edition of Rise and Shine Yoga. I want you to start in a seated position at the front of your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the palms of your hands together at the center of your heart. Close your eyes. Bow your chin to chest. And as always, before we begin our practice, it is always good to set an intention for our practice. This intention can be for anyone, anything, could be for the world, could be for someone very close to you, could be for someone maybe you're not on good terms with. And considering we're pretty close to the holiday season, I think we're about 10 days away from Christmas. Whoever you set the intention for, just know that they're going to get plenty of the benefits that you get from our practice this morning. So just bow your chin to chest, just sealing in that intention, knowing that we can come back to that intention at any time during our practice. If our mind struggles, if our breath becomes shallow or non-existent, or if basically our body says, maybe not today, just come back to this intention, this dedication of our practice. And then slowly come up to sitting. And let's start right into that yoga breath, or what we call Ujjayi breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the nose. And as we exhale, we constrict the back of the throat, so we're kind of making a fogging of the mirror sound. And this is the breath that I want you to have throughout your practice. It is slow, it's controlled, we're not huffing and puffing, and we kind of have a motto here of one breath, one movement. So with our intention made and with this strong, controlled breath, let's continue with warming up for our practice. So let's roll forward in the tabletop, hands and knees pose. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips. Take a quick look back. If you see your feet, just bring them back behind your knees. And we're going to do what's called cat-cows, opening up the spine. So we start with a flat back, and we inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Then exhale, round the back like a scared cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the back. A couple more times. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the back. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. And then exhale, round the back. Come to a flat back. Bring the big toes of your feet together. Sit back on your heels. Fold forward, arms extended into what's called child's pose, or the pose of comfort, as I like to say. Your knees can be touching or they can be open wide. Just depends how your body's feeling. Knees together help with the lower back. Knees apart help with the hips. If you struggle at any time during the practice this morning, please come back to this pose. Because as I always say, yoga isn't a competition. It's all about taking care of your body. Now very slowly, come back up to hands and knees, tabletop pose. And we're going to do what's called thread the needle. So we're going to inhale our right arm up to the sky. Then exhale, take the right arm, slide it underneath the left as we twist over to our left. Our right cheekbone touches the mat. Your left hand can stay on the mat, or if you want a little more of a twist, just bring the left hand onto the small of your back. Nice breath here. You can have your eyes closed. This is a really good pose for early in the morning after a night of sleep. Nice twisting, opening up the back, waking it up. Now if your hand is on your back, gently bring it onto the mat. And then we're going to slowly unwind, bring the right arm from behind the left, bring the right arm to the sky, and then exhale, bring the right hand to the mat. Now we'll do the other side. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, take the left arm, slide it underneath the right, twisting over to your right. Left cheekbone on the mat. Your right hand can stay on the mat, or again, if you want more of a twist, just bring it to the small of your back. And again, eyes can be closed. Your hands on the back, bring it flat on the mat, slowly unwind the left arm, bring it to the sky, exhale, bring the hands to the floor, sit back on your heels, bring the big toes together, fold for child's pose. Slowly come up, swing both feet to the front of the mat, come into a seated pose. That's the end of our first segment. Take a breath, maybe grab some water or a towel. In the next segment, we're going to continue warming up the body with our standing poses. We're going to start with sun A's. So take a quick break, and we'll see you back in a few minutes.
Hello, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
Together, Terry and I host the weekly news Monday through Friday at 12, 6, and 11 p.m.
Broadcast on Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Uverse 99, we only cover news that impacts our local Addison and Oxford area. In other words, by all accounts, news that would normally not receive from any other televised source.
But chances are, if it's local, it will be found on Oxford Community Television and OCTV.
For the weekly news, I'm Terry Stiles.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Together, we invite you to join Terry and me for our next OCTV weekly news program.
Welcome back to our next segment of Rise and Shine Yoga, our standing poses. So let's check our foundation, make sure your feet are hip distance apart, and our hips are not really that wide, so you might bring them narrower than you usually are. Standing up tall, bring your palms together at the center of the heart. We're going to do about 3 sun A's. So we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, slowly fold forward over straight legs. Keeping your fingertips on the ground. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up. Exhale, lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips into down dog. If this is your first one of the morning, maybe pick up the right foot, and the left, just bicycle the feet, let the head hang. Hands really pressed into the mat. Down dog is actually a very relaxing pose. Keeping your hands and your feet where they are, I want you to shift forward into the top of a push-up. Then exhale back to down dog. One more time, shift forward into plank. And then exhale back to down dog. Look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step both feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart. Right into the next one. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back. Top of a push-up. Lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale to down dog. At the end of your next exhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step both feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart. And our last one, inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, top of the push-up. Lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale, shift into plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Then of your next exhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step both feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart. Good job, guys. Take a quick breath. Continuing with our standing poses. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist. Lean over to your right. So you're pushing your hips to the left, but leaning over to the right. You have good weight on both feet. You should feel it in your left oblique area. Inhale to center. Take the left hand, grab the right wrist. Lean over to your left. Push your hips to the right. Inhale back to center. One more time. Grab the left wrist. Lean over to your right. Come back to center. Grab the right wrist. Lean over to your left. And come back to center. Shake out the hands. So now we're going to do some balancing poses. Balancing poses are really good for the core. So we're going to start on our left side. So kind of spread the toes of your left foot as wide as you can. And then really press that whole left foot into the mat like you're going to press through the floor. Bring your hands to the waist. And for these standing poses, you can either stand on your mat, or if it's better, stand on your floor or carpet or wood floor. Totally up to you. So with our hands to the waist, we're going to inhale the right knee up. Maybe bring our right hand to the right knee. Standing up tall. It's always good in these balance poses to kind of look at something not moving. And take your hands, bring them behind your knee, pull your knee up to your chest, and then release and extend the leg without the foot touching the floor. We're not leaning back, we're just standing up tall. And release, shake out your right foot. Now do the other side. So really spread the toes of your right feet really wide, and then really press that right foot into the mat like you're pressing through the floor. Again, bring the hands to the waist. Inhale the left knee up. And maybe bring your left hand to the left knee. Standing up tall, good core. Take your hands, bring them behind your left knee, bring the left knee up to your chest. Release and extend the left leg without touching the floor. Toes pulled back. And bring the knee up, shake it out and release. Now we're just going to do one final standing pose. We're going to do Buddha squat. So bring your feet as wide as is comfortable, and you're just going to sit down into a squat. If this is too uncomfortable, just come to sit on your butt. Bring your palms together at the center of your heart, sitting up nice and tall. If you want a little more, you can bring your elbows on the inside of your legs and press open your legs so that there's a straight line, but you don't have to. Close your eyes, make sure you're breathing. Take your right hand, bring it behind your right hip, left behind the left hip, come to sit at the front of your mat. Take a quick break, get a drink of water, and we'll see you in our final segment with our final seated poses and meditation. Welcome back to our final segment of Rise and Shine Yoga. We're going to finish with our seated poses and meditation. And we're going to finish with some yin poses. Yin poses are poses that we hold longer, typically 3 to 5 minutes, though because of the shortness of the segment, we won't hold them for quite as long. We let gravity pull us into the pose. Yin poses are good for our joints, our ligaments, our tendons, getting them all strong. So, first one we're going to do is called caterpillar. So extend your legs straight out in front of you. Let the feet and the knees go wherever gravity takes them. Bring your arms down by your side. Let your chin drop to your chest. Let the eyes close. Let the breath go. Let any thoughts that come in and out, just let them go. Let them flow. And slowly come back up. This time just widen your legs a little bit, but only as far as is comfortable. Again, let the feet and the knees open up. Again, let the chin drop to your chest, around the back. If it's comfortable, you can put your hands flat on the mat. This pose is called dragonfly. If you feel the muscles kind of quivering or you feel some tension, that's completely normal. It's actually a good thing. It means the muscles are working, and over time we'll get them stronger. Very slowly come back up to seated. Bring the legs straight in front of you. This time bring the soles of your feet together. And keep them away from your body. Again, let the feet and knees open up. Let the chin drop. Maybe bring the arms down by your side, or you can just gently fold forward. It's called butterfly, which I'm sure you're probably very familiar with. Very slowly come back up to sitting, extend the legs. Now we're going to make our way to lie on our back, all the way down onto your back. Extend the legs straight in front of you. Keeping the left leg bent, or left leg straight, bend your right knee and pull it into the chest. If you want a little more of a stretch, you can just pull it into your armpit, but that's totally up to you. And then release and extend your right leg onto the mat. Bend the left knee, bring that into the chest or to the armpit. Then bring both knees into the chest. Give them a nice hug. And then bring your arms out to a T. Drop the knees gently over to the right. And then if it's available, you can lift your head and take your gaze over the left shoulder, but you don't have to. Bring your gaze and your knees back to center, and then just have them gently drop over to the left, maybe picking your head up and taking it over the right shoulder. Bring your knees and the gaze back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug for taking the time to come to your mat this morning. And then however you do, roll forward, come up to a seated position at the front of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring your palms together at the center of the heart. Close your eyes and bow your chin, coming back to that intention. I want to thank you guys for another week of Rise and Shine Yoga. I want to thank Cindy for assisting me this morning. The light in me bows and shines and reflects the beauty in your heart. And as we always, we end with Namaste.
Hello, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
And together, Dave and I host a program called Minutes by Minute. We discuss what local Oxford and Addison politicians and appointed representatives are doing to make your life happy or miserable by passing laws, ordinances, and regulations that affect you.
We believe that within those political decisions is humor. You just have to hunt for it. For example, did you know there's a local ordinance that allows people to shoot off fireworks 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? But since they can do it, nobody wants to do it.
Catch us Monday through Friday on Charter 191 and ATTU Verse 99, scheduled for 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 10:30 p.m., or go to our webpage, occtv.org, and click on Programs. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny. Each week, catch us on Minutes by Minute.
Don't miss it.